guys, I'm Pastor Tim Bruno. I'm going to be going on a mission trip to the African Bible College. I'm going to be a professor there for a couple of months, and I have seen a lot of videos, travel blogs and things like that give the full packing list. Want to give you a packing list. I haven't seen any for mission trips, so that's what I'm doing. Taking my son with me, so this is our packing, my personal stuff and then our group stuff. For us to go. Couple things. We are going to the middle of nowhere in Liberia, so we're not going to have a lot of opportunity to go and buy stuff. I normally like to travel pretty light, so this is going to be a little bit different. I have been to the middle of nowhere, Sierra Leone, and so some of the stuff that I have is based upon that trip. We're going to start up here. We have a lot of different things for food. Some of this food stuff we'll be eating in the airplane. And then others of it is like these mountain house meals where you just add a little bit of water and then you get a meal out of it. I also we have these cheddar broccoli things. Again, you just add water. And then we also have just beef jerky and things like that. We are going to be staying in a house while we're there. And inside that house, we're supposed to have all the kitchen utensils, but I've been to the middle of nowhere, Africa, before, and they don't always have everything that you think they're going to have. So we have included this pot and little frying pan. This is a camp thing that we use when we go camping. We'll be able to boil water in there. Got a little spatula with it. A couple utensils to go with that. And then also this fancy kitchen knife that I got at the thrift store for $2.99. It's actually an old fillet knife, and pretty nice one actually. I picked this over an actual kitchen knife because the blade is secure inside of that sheath. The other thing that we are going to have plenty of is toilet paper. And last time I was in Africa, in the middle of nowhere, we ran out of toilet paper, my wife and I did, and we were asking for more, and they didn't have any. And we were able to just barely squeak through. So we're packing plenty of toilet paper, and there's a hole in the middle, and I've actually packed some extra in each one of those so as to not waste space. So we got plenty of that. Next, I've got like my bathroom supplies, and the way that I love to pack is I like to put everything in that overhead container because I have been stuck without stuff when my bag did not show up because it was beneath. So what I have going on here is this is what will go with me, and this is my medical kit, or not my medical kit, but my bathroom kit. I've got a toothbrush in here, comb. This right here, it goes in the airplane with me. It's shampoo. And then underneath the plane, because I'm going to be there for a while, I have another shampoo. Okay, I've got a small toothpaste in here somewhere, and then once I get there I have a big toothpaste to go with it because again I'm going to be there for a while, and in some of these small African bush villages you can't get stuff, or if you do, one time I went to Panama and bought soap in Panama and broke out in hives because they just use things that we don't here. Here's soap here, and then I got 4 bars of soap going with me. Couple of the other things that I have is we've got some sunscreen, 3 different bottles of sunscreen. We've got some bug spray because malaria is pretty prevalent in the area that we're going to. I've got shaving cream that doesn't blow up in the airplane, and wipes, sanitizing wipes, and then these are just baby wipes. And what we do is we buy this a couple of months ahead of time and crack the top and leave it open, and these get all dried out nice and light, and then when we get there we add some water and rehydrate them, and you can use these for all sorts of stuff. Okay, this next line of stuff, the most important thing that you can have when you go to Africa or any place remote is a way to filter your water. And so we've got this water bottle. You just put unsanitized water in here and it comes out clean. Since there's 2 of us, we've got 2 different methods. this is my fancy water bottle. I know some people like a insulated water bottle that costs like $80. I use this, and then you can screw this filter in and then use it like a straw, and it will sanitize your water. In a lot of these rural African areas, people don't have a lot of personal stuff, and so they take advantage of the tourists that come. And last time we were there, I had someone steal my glasses. So I'm taking a set of backup glasses. These are my old glasses, just in case. We do have some medicine, this malaria medicine. I use one of these things because I can't remember if I took it or not. My brain is not thinking about medicine, it's thinking about other things. So any kind of other medicine, this is antibacteria. What do you call that? Where you know, C-Pro. Basically, if I get some kind of infection, I had my doctor write me a prescription before I go. Every time I go, I end up getting sick, and so I trust American medicine more than African medicine, even though I've taken the African medicine. But I've got that along with me, and then we've got our regular first aid kit with a couple things in there. I mostly just have Band-Aids because that's what I know how to use. I bought a couple alarm clocks. Well, we were at the thrift store. I paid $3 for the two of these. They go with me. A lot of this stuff, what I'll do is I'll just leave it behind for people or give it as gifts as I leave. I always take a Leatherman because I just can't live without a screwdriver. I always need a screwdriver and a pliers, and instead of taking a lot of tools, this works just as well. I got these 3 items at the thrift store. This is some kind of lamp, I don't know exactly, and a headlamp, and this flashlight. All 3 of those things came for $3 at the thrift store. Again, I'll use them while I'm there and then leave them as a gift. This is a fancy candle. So in Africa, what happens is if you're in a compound or something, a lot of times they'll run a generator during the day, and then at night they turn it off. So after it gets turned off, you're stuck with primitive methods of lighting your area, and so a candle. And then I always carry a deck of cards and a set of dominoes because there's a million games you can play with just these things, and they travel really easy. So on to my clothes and different things. Again, this bag attaches to this one. We've got a couple different sets of these for our family. This goes in the overhead bin, and this goes underneath. And then once I get to Africa, if I need a bag to go with me somewhere, this is my day pack that I use. Since I am teaching while I'm there, I've got a lot of different shirts. I've got collared shirts, an aloha shirt, and regular dress kind of collared shirts. I've got t-shirts for working in. I've got tank tops, and I've got t-shirts that are a little bit nicer. So that stack is pretty big. In Africa, they don't wear a lot of shorts. I do have some shorts over there, but they do wear pants all the time. So I've got kind of dress pants, some work pants, and some that are kind of in between. Long sleeve shirts. I've got dress long sleeve, and then casual long sleeve shirts. For a couple reasons. First of all, you could get cold. Secondly, it keeps the sun off your skin. I do have a pair of pants for exercising in, workout pants, shorts I should say. And then I always bring a swimsuit with me and a rash guard. The rash guard just keeps the sun off. It'll keep you protected when sunscreen won't. And then this is just kind of a luxury item that I always travel with. It's my scuba mask. And if you've ever been scuba diving, or if you've been like snorkeling or free diving or whatever, this is literally your most important piece of gear. And as long as I have a mask, the other stuff can be uncomfortable, but the mask allows you to see and to really experience the water. And so it's worth the space for me to take this with me, and then I take my snorkel with me, just because, I don't want somebody else's snorkel in my mouth. We've got passports here that I've got. We always also take a little sheet of paper that has all of our passport information and any credit cards that I'm taking with me, any kind of information like that is going with me. We've got a little piece of paper with all those numbers in case they get lost or stolen. I keep them in this little deal that goes inside my pants because it just makes me feel more comfortable to have it secured away. And we also carry 3 copies of our passport. A lot of times when we go to checkpoints and things, when you go into the country, obviously you present them your passport, but when people ask to see a passport, a lot of times I just give them the thing. If they run off with it, then I'm not out anything. Do you have a hat? A couple different styles of my sun hat for Africa, and then just a regular old ball cap. And then every time I travel, I use the Gina wallet. And I got all these library cards and all these cards that I carry around normally, and then I have to take all those out of my old wallet. And so what I've come to do is I just carry the Gina wallet. I got a few bucks in here, some travel documents and things like that, and this was a gift from a friend of mine at Moody Bible Institute. He got a gross of these, like 144, and he was handing them out to everybody on our floor, and so it kind of reminds me of the good old days when I was in college, so that's why I use the Gina wallet. And then I use this layering system when I go places. I'm leaving Minnesota in January, and so it's obviously pretty cold out there right now. When I get to Africa, it's going to be 80 and above, and so what I do is I take a hat. This will be on my head in Minnesota, and even if it gets a little bit cold in Africa, I can put it on my head, and you save a lot of heat, or you lose a lot of heat through your head, and you save a lot if you have a hat on. And this thing doesn't take up hardly any room inside my bag. And to go along with that, I have this dual-use gloves. They can keep my hands warm, and they're also leather. And so if I have to, move bricks around or whatever in Africa, I have those to protect my hand. So that's part of my insulating system. And what I do is I've got this running jacket, and this will keep me warm down to about 50 degrees or 55 degrees, somewhere in there. So anything above 50 degrees, I can wear this and wear this alone. And I take this goose down jacket with me, and this will keep me warm. If I put these two things together and then an outside layer, I can stay down to like 25 degrees. So I'll be wearing this as I leave. And again, this is the outside layer. This is a typical layering system. This keeps the wind off me and is waterproof. And so I spent a little extra money on this outer layer, but I've had it for a few years now, and it has served me well. It's really light, will travel just about anywhere. I can use this in the rain in 80-degree weather, and I can use it in the snow in 20-degree weather. Along with the rain coat goes the rain pants. And then a lot of this other stuff is just stuff that you would normally use. I've got underwear, I've got socks. Again, I'll take about 4 or 5 days worth of stuff with me in the overhead, and then the rest of it will go underneath. I've got some shorts here. These blue pair of shorts are interesting story. Some things you just never recover from. And last time we were in the bush, Africa, in Sierra Leone, we saw a young boy, and he had a pair of shorts on that were in tatters, basically. And if you looked at him from one side, you saw a pant leg, and if you looked at him from the other side, you could see his nakedness. And I just wanted to give him a pair of shorts so bad, and didn't have anything to give him. So now I just carry those with me. And I'm sure I'll never run into that situation again, but it's just one of those things that kind of sticks with you. So I always find that shoes can be a major problem when you're traveling. So I got a pair of athletic sneakers. I have a pair of flip-flops or slippers. And then I have a pair of, these are kind of business casual. Try to find a pair of business casual that work for both. It's pretty tough. So when I found these, I bought these. I can wear these in a really formal setting, and I can also wear them just walking down the streets. I am going to be a professor while I'm there, so I have a whole mess of textbooks and Bibles that I travel with, along with some notes for teaching, and I've got assortments of pencils and pens, and this is called a China marker. And a China marker, you can get them on Amazon or whatever, and you pull this little string. Some of you remember this from the old days, and it unrolls some paper. That's how you sharpen it. But the great thing about a China marker is you can mark your Bible with it, you can highlight with it, and it doesn't bleed through the page. So it works really great, and they're really inexpensive. They're like $1 a piece or something like that. I have a couple different pair of earbuds / headphones. This is for traveling on the plane. They're noise canceling, helps me get a little bit of sleep. I got this mesh bag that my mom gave me when I went off to college to hold my laundry, to separate it from the clean clothes. And then a couple other electronic things that I have. I've got this cheapo tripod that I bought at the Walmart for 20 bucks. And if I leave it behind or lose it, I'm not going to be too upset. In fact, that's why I'm planning. And it also packs really small. That's why I ended up with this one. I got myself a selfie stick, and then I'll be taking my camera with me along with my cell phone. The camera is not charged right now, so we're doing this all on the iPhone. And then also this converter, so I can convert the power so I can charge it. I've only bought a few things brand new. All of them have been electronic stuff because I want to share this journey with you. So stay tuned for future videos coming to you about missions to Africa. I do travel with a set of sleep sheets, and what this is like a big sheet folded in half, taco style, and you can put it in a bed and you're sleeping on your own sheets, and it actually covers the pillow and everything, so you're not touching the other stuff there. I'm hoping that they'll have that stuff there. If not, I'll be sleeping, again, it'll be pretty warm, so I'll be sleeping with my sleep sheets. I just want to make sure I was covered. And again, this goes back to my traveling system. I've got this towel that folds up really small that Takeo Turner gave me, and she says this is what the samurai in Japan use. So I take that and put it in the overhead, and then we're also taking some regular towels underneath. Again, don't know if that's going to be there, and don't want to be without that. So guys, there's a couple things that I don't have here. I'm going to have my mask with me during this COVID season, and also some hand sanitizer that I still need to go buy. Other than that, that's kind of what we do. That's how we're packing to go to Africa. There'll be a future video to let you know whether or not this was good, bad, or indifferent. Other than that, I hope you'll stick with me. I love missions. One of the things I love about missions and the way that I do missions is by empowering the people that live in the community and coming alongside them and helping them, and being a professor in Africa and training church planters and preachers and businessmen to reach their community. That's my favorite way of doing missions. So we appreciate your prayers. We want to thank you so much. If you have any comments or questions about what I packed, or you have some snide remarks, I'd love to see it in the comments. I'm supposed to tell you to subscribe and save. Or subscribe, I don't think you're supposed to save, but subscribe to my channel and hit the bell or whatever that deal is. So thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Aloha, and God bless you.